head with matchsticks, like, to keep your eyes open.
I was just saying this. I literally just recorded a bit for the waffle, and I was like, I've got to be on Lainey's show. I need to find some matchsticks. So there you go. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, definitely. So everyone in the chat, if you see Carla just nodding off there, give her just, shout.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of you have got my phone number, so give me a ring if I really go.
Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome. My name is Lainey. This is Big Girls Really Do Cry, and this is the Banish bin. And over here we have the lovely Carla Jenkins. If you don't know Carla, where on earth have you been? Like, God, I'd be so disappointed if there's someone who doesn't know who you are. Like, that would just be. I
bet there's loads of people who don't know.
Just take yourself to go and sit in the corner. No, that's just. But yeah, if you don't, I will put the Carlas channel below if I haven't already. I've been trying to remember to do that because I'm so bad at it. It's just like, I'm not very good at self-promotion for me, but I should promote everyone else who comes on. You know what I mean? So,
I'm useless. I'm constantly saying in the waffle, I'll put the link below, and then not putting the link below. Constantly do that.
Yeah, but so this is, as I said, the Banish bin. If you've watched before, you'll know. If you haven't, or you know what Room 101 is, it's kind of taken from that, but it's not quite the same. So yeah, Lexa's saying, Carla, you look like a mascot without a head again.
Is this?
Is your cardigan?
Because she says this bit looks like a bear out. You know what I mean? Like when you get a big fluffy bear costume and it's got that scoop.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah. I like my fluffy cardigan, and it's grown with me over the years. It's bigger and bigger. So.
Oh, I've got two. I've got like a grey one, which I just normally wear in bed, and then I've got like a black one, which I wear for going out and stuff. But yeah.
I remember out.
Yeah, out. Yeah.
I went
around the block today in the wheelchair in the snow. I was like, oh God, but I didn't go down any banks. I avoided banks. I was thinking
careering around on two wheels on the ice.
I was so nervous. I was like creeping along, and there's this like older man going past in his with his little Yorkshire Terrier on his lap, full speed, like just like jumping off the curbs and that. And I'm creeping along, like I'm thinking,
you just better hope none of them challenge you to a race.
I'd be devastated. I need like some sort of turbo put on it. It's like awful when you get overtaken by a 90-year-old. Really bad.
Yeah, not embarrassing at all, that.
Yeah. All right then. I'll say a few hellos quickly. We'll just quickly scroll back up to the top. Hi Shiv, she's saying it's going to be well past Carla's bedtime. Hi Luby Lou. Luby Lou says, love Carla, what is she going to choose? We will find out. Hi Laura, hi Joan, hi Sharon, hi Mike, hi Joy, hi Becca. Becca's also still awake. She's not normally at this time. Scrolling quickly. Hi Nia, hi Andrea, hi Lex, hi Laurel.
I can see my #1 fans in.
Would that be Susan by any chance?
It says Carla's #1 fan, Buddy for PM, Lex who? All right, Buddy did a brilliant job of running the country.
Yeah, just ignore it because he's deaf and can't hear, so it'll be fine.
There'll be no tax on biscuits anymore.
It'll be totally fine. Hi Sally Kelly, hi Sarah. Oh yeah, I've just seen it. She's disappointed that it isn't live from your. I can't say that. I'm going to say
my
it wrong.
boudoir.
Yeah, I was going to say Bordeaux. I know that was wrong, but I knew it was wrong in my head. But I couldn't help but read that.
For it to be live from my boudoir, I'd have to be doing it from my phone, and then just too much faffing. I have no laptop. You see, I have a desktop around the laptop.
Did you see that? What Susan had on her thing last week? On Lex's.
I saw that she had Lex's #1 fan.
She was Lex's #1 fan. Yeah. Hi Andrew. Hi Kay. Hi Kelly. Hi Ian. Hi Mandy. Hi Antoinette. Hi Rory. and take a breath, because I'm sorry to anyone I've missed, but hi to you too. All right, let's get started. So, first category is...
Didn't even do me studying until yesterday, mind. I sat here with a pencil yesterday going, ah.
Well, I haven't given the last couple of people I've given them to, I haven't given them out as early, because I was giving people a week to think about it, and then I was torturing them, because they were like Susan and Sharon that were just saying that they were tortured because I had so many things. They were sitting there thinking that, well, not so much Susan because she hates everything, but they were sitting there thinking that they didn't hear very many things, but then I had lists of stuff that they could have added on. So they were like, I don't know what to put now. So I started to give it a little bit less time.
I only found one category difficult, and I was surprised by that one. I was like, surely I hate more of these things than I think I did. Well, I'll tell you when we get to it.
All right. So the first category is things people do.
Everything. Everything that people do, all of the people, all of the time. Yeah, that's it. Put everything into the Banish bin. Everything that everyone ever does.
That just deals with it all.
Thought you might want it narrowed down slightly.
Just a bit.
From everything. So my first thing is, and this is quite a common one. I don't know if it's commonly done in every area, but it's quite commonly done in my area, and it's quite common for people to dislike it. And that is people going to the supermarket in their pajamas.
Right. So people going to the supermarket in their pajamas.
Boils my pee. Because I do not believe that you have got up this morning, showered, and put fresh pajamas on to go to Lidl. I do not believe that. I think that's a fallacy, which means you are in Lidl in the pajamas in which you have slept, sweated, burped, farted, scratched your ass in all night, and now you're touching the cheese, and I wanted some cheese, and I don't want cheese anymore.
Yes.
I don't care if they go to the school gates in their pajamas, but do not go to the food store in what you have slept in, you minging mingers.
So, just for like, are you allowed to go to the corner shop if you need some milk?
No.
Not a shop at all. No shops.
No, not if you're going to touch things. You can go to the all-night garage, the 24-hour garage, which it doesn't even exist, where you get served through the window. You can go there in your pajamas.
So other people can serve, yeah.
Yeah, you can go there in your pajamas because you're not going in and you're not touching stuff. But I just don't. But I've actually had this argument with somebody who said to me, but I get up and I put fresh pajamas on because I like to be comfy at home. But you're not at home. You're in Chuffing Lidl. This is not where you live. Put your clothes on.
So what if, like, because a lot of people wear loungewear now, don't they? So it's kind of like they can use that to go out.
Are you in your lounge? No, you're in Lidl. Is it Lidl wear? No, it's loungewear. Wear it in your sodding lounge.
What is Lidl wear? Do you have to go in like a ball gown or something?
Yes, that's what we all wear to Lidl.
Well, we've got nowhere else to go, so go in your ball gown.
2 seconds.
John's mingers, ming. Okay.
Mingers. I just don't believe. Like I said, somebody swore to me that she got up, had a shower, and put fresh pajamas on. And I was like, I agree. I believe that you might possibly do that if you're having a lazy Saturday at home. But I do not believe that you did that to go shopping. Because if you did that to go shopping, you want your screws tightened. Buy leggings. If you want comfy clothes that are suitable, but arg. This is just the first one.
Yeah. To be honest, I can't really argue with it, like, to be fair. I mean, I wouldn't bother me so much if it was just, I suppose, quickly, but like you said, if they're touching stuff and fine well they haven't been washed, it's like, you know what I mean?
I just feel like you've slept in them, and like I said, you just, yeah. And an additional point is that under the current circumstances, going to the supermarket should be treated like a sodding day out. Get dressed up, make a fuss, make it a big thing. This is your outing.
Yeah, that's all you've got to do. This is, you know what I mean? I mean, not maybe to the extreme of like a ball gown and stuff. I mean, maybe I was taking it a bit far, but I mean, if you want to go to Lidl in a ball gown, fine. Dancing down the aisles and stuff.
They don't even play music in Lidl, do they? They don't have like Lidl FM, like like you get in Tesco or wherever.
I raced out a little because I crashed into the cans of pop and the bus door open.
Are you banned? You
probably quarters zoomed out and. All right. So, what is your second thing?
My second thing is I crossed one out. And put something else in it instead. My second thing is people who mistreat books.
Yeah.
So you don't break the spine. You don't fold the pages down. You don't write your nasty little notes in the margin. That's what God gave you Post-it notes for. You absolutely do not leave them on the floor of your car. You don't rest your coffee mug on them. They are books. They contain all that is wonderful in the world. Even the shit books are good books. Treat books with respect.
Yeah. Someone's put them together and took time. Yeah. And a lot of their hard work has gone into that. And their imagination and depending on what they're writing about, I suppose.
And I just feel like you should treat a book like a friend. I wouldn't kick a friend under the seat of my car and wipe my boots on them. Well, maybe.
Maybe. I could probably think of a few.
Lex is saying, do you arrange them by colour? That's because I absolutely lost my final shred of my shit when somebody put a picture up where they'd rearranged somebody's bookshelves in order of colour because it looked nicer that way. And then somebody else put a picture up on a decor website and they put all the books the wrong way round on the shelf with the, sort of like this way round on the shelf so that the colours weren't clashing with the decor. Oh my God. That's just madness. That's just people who don't know about books, isn't it? I'm like, what do you think books are?
So if you've got 4 different authors and they go in different areas of colour because of the colour,
apparently so, yeah.
Authors togetger and of books together. It just does not make sense.
Cathemes, that is what bookmarks are for. Bookmarks. Give me your address, I will send you bookmarks. Many bookmarks.
Yes, I have to say I've done that before when I was young. I don't do it now, but I have done it before when I was young. Folded the corner over.
I got a book from the library when I was a kid once, and somebody had been chewing the pages, like all the way down the edge of the pages were like nibble marks. I'm like, what? Do you not get fed at home? Can't do it. Sarah says my mum was the boss of treating books well when I was a kid. That I would probably, I'm the boss of treating books well now. Hold it nicely.
Right, and then the third one.
My third one is, it's an eBay related one. It's probably the only eBay related one on there. Things people do. Messaging on eBay to ask questions which are already answered in the listing and description. So, for example, how long is this skirt? To which you can only reply with gritted teeth. As stated in the description, it is 49 inches, you absolute... Can I swear on your channel?
Yes.
You absolute fucknugget. Yeah, so people who message because they cannot bother to read the description or whatever. Somebody sent me a message yesterday asking me to clarify the size of a pair of earrings because what's 1 inch? No words. I'm out of words now. That's it. All the words are gone.
That's just mad. It's like I don't get it. Like, are you not tempted to write back something like "How long is your leg?" and I'll tell you where it'll go to, or something like.
The best one I ever had. I mean, this wasn't someone who was asking something already questioned in the description, but the best one I ever had was, "Will this fit me?" So I sent back, "Yes." I have no idea whether it'll fit you or not, but I'm not interested in playing this stupid game.
Yeah, it depends whether you are a size 10 or you just think you are a size 10 or...
You get them as well. You get, I'm a size 18, will this fit me? Well, let me see, love, it's a 6.
To buy it and say, well, I'm definitely a 18 and this didn't fit me, so you need to increase your sizes. It's about too small or something, you know what I mean, or whatever. Just, it's madness.
Actually, Carlas, I know where you live.
What is the description for if they don't read them? I didn't see
exactly.
so I'm like, Oh, you fold them. Yeah, you need to get yourself. Before I had a bookmark, I used to just use a piece of paper and do that. It's my bookmark.
Folding the corners down is probably the least evil of the things you can do. The people who literally do that so that they can. What did you? You know, do you do that with small children? You know. Got back to books, haven't we? But yeah, people who message on eBay to ask questions that are already clearly answered in the listing, they can all go in the bin.
Now, how do I save one of these? This is the problem I'm going to have, isn't it?
They're all going in. Told you, everything that people do, everything.
Yeah, it bugs me. It wouldn't bug me if I knew they had clean pajamas on. I mean, I know that's not what you go to the shop in, you're not supposed to. And if the only thing we've got to do at the moment is go to the shop, then you can clearly make an effort once a week. Do you know what I mean? There is that sides of things. The mistreat of books is just wrong, full stop. Like, I don't know how many millions of books must have been binned over the years. Just so sad. You know what I mean? When you think about it. And then, I mean, messages on eBay don't bother me anymore because I don't get them. But I could see it being annoying. So do I just save that because I don't get them, so it's not going to bother me?
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me. I'll save that one. Yeah, you can continue.
Sorry, all the eBayers, I have let you down by not by not foreseeing this.
No, but then I do get that, and it would bug me if like that was the case. However, then I'm like, what? Because I always think extremes. What if, like, you know, they have issue with the size of the font on there? They just genuinely missed it. I don't know. But then you kind of like, well, if you're going to answer the question, they've got to be able to read it, surely. Otherwise, why would they ask the question? Do you know? Doesn't make sense. I'm going to have to save the eBay thing because, like I said, out the other two, it's the one that would bother me the least. So
right, and now the chat choose which one of the other two goes in. So 2 things survive out of my list of 3.
Yes.
Damn it! I'm going to have to set fire to the world after this.
So, people in the chat, if you want people to stop going out in their pajamas, then just type PJs. It'll enough. And if you want people to stop mistreating, wait a minute, I'm sending them to. I always do this bit the wrong way, you know. So if you want people who go out in their pajamas sent to the Banish bin, type PJs. And if you want people who mistreat books sent to the Banish bin, type books. There you go.
And I'm watching, so I'll know who doesn't love books, and I'll know.
Basically, you can't win with Carla because she put them both in. So
yeah, so either way, I'm going to fall out with half of you.
Yeah. No books. What do you mean no books, Lex? You just don't want no books? No books being injured? Right,
so they're voting for what's going into the bin.
Whatever they're going into the bin. So it's not books that's going in, it's the people who mistreat books that's going in. Yeah. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Go back up again. Right.
It's tense.
1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So people who mistreat books are gone. We've banished them.
We've set fire to them and stolen their sweeties. Jolly good. That's I'll take that as a win, and I will just deal with all the pajama wearers myself. I'll just make it my mission to go around the country dealing with people individually, one by one. Just
give them all a slap. There you go. That's what you deserve.
That's quite a mild. That's not what I had in mind, but okay. All right, I'll take that as a win. So I got.
That's amazing, Nick. Thank you.
People
there's 101 people watching, which is the first time I've ever passed 100 in a live stream. So,
oh, hello, you lot.
Thank you, everyone.
Remember to thumb and stuff.
Yes, the like
Yeah, what Nick said.
means like press the like button. I mean, it depends what you're thumbing. But
Oh, if all my haters are there, you might get more dislikes than you've ever had in your life before.
yeah, that'd be good.
How many dislikes did you get on Lex's one?
None when I last looked, because she was saying that. I don't know if she told you what I said, but I won't repeat it. Anyway.
No, it's not a crime to drop a book out of bed when you're tired. I'm not talking about people who drop books because they're tired. I'm talking about people who willfully mistreat books, Ashley. Don't start bending my words now just because I said I know where you live and I will come to Scotland one day and I will find you. I love Ashley. She's great. Just in case anybody's new here and thinks I might actually go and beat her up.
Yes, you're right, Kelly. I do like it. Thanks. Give Lainey a good summon. She likes it, apparently.
Can't be a good summon on a Tuesday night.
No, there's no else to do. All right. Next category is food.
Okay. First up, celery. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's vile and disgusting. It's not food. It's disgusting. It's got weird stringy bits, which means it's probably not food. Did I mention it was disgusting? There's only one thing worse than celery, and that's surprise celery, when people sneak it into a fucking salad and you come across it unexpectedly. Celery in the bin. Disgusting. It's not food. That's
right. We have had celery before, because
you've had sensible people on who know that celery is disgusting.
Well, I wouldn't call Susan sensible, like, but you know, I mean, she tries. I love you, really, Susan. Okay.
Disgusting.
Guess what I like.
I bet you like bloody celery, don't you? You freak. You sick bastard.
Come on, man, with a bit of hummus, so just it's just crunch, man. It's
disgusting. Have you got no taste buds?
Probably not. Probably not.
I'd rather give a tramp a blowjob. Blah.
I'll stick with the celery. You crack on. I'll stick with the celery. I mean, you know, I've done things in my time, but
yeah. I trying to celery with
I'm just laughing at that thing. And she doesn't want people who haven't washed for one night to go in a shop, which is quite, yeah, okay.
All the pajama people can touch the celery as much as they want.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your next food item?
Olives.
Oh, no, I agree with you.
Now, I don't feel as strongly about them as I do about celery, but I have tried to like them because everybody goes, oh, well, they're an acquired taste. I don't think things should be an acquired taste. They should taste fucking nice the first time you put them in their mouth. You know, why should you have to acquire a taste for? Why should you keep on trying? But I tried because people said, oh, well, you know, it's an adult thing. Children don't like olives, but adults do. And I was like, right, well, I'm 160 years old. I must be an adult now. I'll have another go at olives. They're still shite. They're still horrible. The green ones, the black ones, the funny ones with the weird stuff in the middle, they're all awful. Awful. Yeah. And they look like eyeballs.
Yeah, they do. Yes. I agree on the olive thing. It's not my thing, like, to be fair. But
Nick said, I couldn't have olives because Ian did. I did confess to Lainey beforehand that I'm so behind on my viewing that I don't know who's had what already.
You have to go and see Nick's version, because he did an impression of Gemma Collins from Towie in his accent of hers. I was going, literally, yeah, just literally, and he was doing that quite a bit. And I need to learn how to do short things, and then I'm going to put it into a short.
Okay, I'll go and look tomorrow.
Okay, and the last thing,
and this is going to be an audience splitter. Avocado. taste like soap. They're nasty. Again, I keep thinking everybody seems to like them. Perhaps it's me. Perhaps I did it wrong. Perhaps I had a funny one. Perhaps I had a bad one. I've had several. They're all shite. It's nasty. I'm not convinced it's food. And none of my dogs will eat it, which is a massive indicator that it's probably not edible, because they'll eat fox shit.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's disgusting. It's horrible. Horrible stuff. Luby Lou says avocado. No, absolutely.
Yes, exactly. I totally agree. My daughter likes it. She had it on toast, and then I tried it, and no.
It's just nasty.
It's weird. I think I agree with you. It's kind of like soap. It's weird.
Kelly's saying I've got no taste, but she puts 8 tons of pepper on everything she eats, so how the hell would she know?
Yeah. Okay.
Me and Cherry Jane can never go out for dinner together because she eats horrible, horrible things.
She loves them all as well, so she can't go. She said, Susan knows me too well. I agree on all three, but sadly celery is being saved. Well, I absolutely dislike the other two. So I've got no choice, and I do really like celery, and I think it's lovely with hummus or a bit of salt, or just fab. It's weird though. I am weird because I like pineapple, right? I don't like pineapple because of its stringiness, and yet celery is stringy. But I can eat it.
Celery's all string held together with nastiness. Literally, if celery came with ingredients printed on the stalk, it would say string and shite. That's it. That's what it's made of.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can't get rid of pineapples because we'll never be able to have pizza again.
And it's got like practically no calories, which is good. Mind it. By the time I've added hummus, it's probably not any calories, but still. Okay, so obviously I'm going to save celery. Have to. Sorry, people. Sorry, Carla. So, people of the chat, do you want to banish olives? If you do, put olives. Or do you want to banish avocado? Put avocado. And if you don't want to choose any, you don't have to. Just put not to choose.
But do choose and choose all of them. If you can't choose between them, put all of them. Because they're all disgusting and vile and nasty and awful.
Olives or avocado?
Disgusting.
Kelly refuses to vote.
Kelly doesn't know what anything tastes like, so she shouldn't have a vote. She thinks everything tastes of black pepper.
Lex doesn't want to vote neither. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nick's my people.
10, 11.
And Joan Morris.
And
not other Joan, who thinks they're both delicious.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Mandy's found an avocado emoji, but she doesn't seem to have found a bin emoji to put with it.
All right, so olives is gone. There you go. Olives have been...
Well, it's a start, but you saved celery, which means now I have to kill you so that I can get celery into the Banish bin.
Well, I want to tell you what. I'll just be the only one who has celery. I'll just keep the celery to me.
I wonder if you can overdose on celery. I mean, for me, one stalk would be an overdose, but I wonder. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had a few, so probably not. And I mean, I think if I had to keep eating it, I would get sick eventually. So yeah,
I don't like it. It's not.
And I mean, if you're going to compare it to something like cake, then obviously, But
then cake is the benchmark. I compare everything to cake.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't taste like a cake. Sadly.
Yeah, cake is
definitely. But it's a shame cake doesn't have the calories of celery, because that would be all right. All right.
I guess it does, but just only in minute quantities.
Like A lick of cake is equal to a
That's
stick of
just
celery.
maths. Who cares about maths?
Although actually with Milo, it's more of a smell of it, and that's all I need. You know what I mean? Just smell it. There you go. Calories on. What do you mean you don't like cake, Jilly? Seriously? Is it?
Can I ban people like that? That's something I can do.
All right.
Okay.
The third category is celebs.
This is the one I struggled with. And I was puzzled that I struggled because I thought I hated a lot of celebrities, but it turned out I didn't hate any of them very much. I've got 3, but one of them is lots of them.
Right.
So I'm going to go. My first one is just one person, and it's Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
Because he's a cock.
He is very much.
A big. He's not even a big cock. He's a small, inadequate, veiny cock with a nasty foreskin. He's just a horrible human being. And the worst of it is that he doesn't know. Normally, if you're a horrible human being, you know you're a horrible human being, but he doesn't because he thinks he's brilliant and he's just so self-satisfied and full of himself and such an arse, and I'd like to jab him in the eyes. Apparently I feel quite strongly about that.
Yeah, and I can't argue with that at all because I totally agree with you. I think he is a complete cock, basically. Yeah. Or as Sarah said, he's an unwashed cock.
Oh. He is a pajamas in little cock. That's what he is.
He is.
So yeah, Piers Morgan.
Right.
Yeah. And somebody said he said something. Cherry says he's recently said a few things I can agree with, which proves we're living in the apocalypse. I'm not saying that everything he says is incorrect. It's more the fucking face he has on when he's saying it. No. That kind of like, shut up, Piers. It plainly did not have the kind of mother who shut him up often enough.
No, definitely not.
You know, sit down, be quiet. Nobody wants to hear your opinions. From like a really early age. Yeah, that's what I think.
Right.
Number 2 is all of the Kardashians. Now, I couldn't choose a specific Kardashian because I can't tell the fucking difference between them because I think they're all identical apart from Caitlyn Jenner, and she doesn't really count because she's not really one because she's Caitlyn Jenner now.
Yeah.
But all of the Kardashians as a whole, even the mother looks the same as the daughters. I think one of them got fatter arse.
I don't think any of them know the difference between themselves anyway. They'll probably wake up on a morning and go, which one am I again?
Yeah, you know I feel like they've just got interchangeable heads in the wardrobe and they just go, whatever head.
Yeah, equivalent in a different way.
Yeah, and I don't know what they're for. They don't seem to be for anything. They don't seem to have an actual purpose. I dislike the influence that they have on young minds. I dislike the idea that they are influencing young people to feel that this is how you should be. I have minor issues with people being famous for doing fuck all. I feel like you'd be famous by all means, but at least have some kind of
have a
something that got you there. And I object to a lot of the things that they have represented on social media, like things like slimming tea and shit like that. Yeah. I don't believe that you drink slimming tea, whichever Kardashian you are. I don't even like they're all interchangeable. Yeah. I don't believe that you use it. So don't persuade young girls to use it. Don't. Just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, they've had so much like surgery between them, you know what I mean? And then, like you said,
there's probably not any actual Kardashian left. All of the actual original parts are probably in the surgeon's bin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Right. And the last
and
one?
The third one is Jimmy Carr, and this is due to it's an add-on to a conversation that I had while I was doing the live with Lex on Sunday about comedians that we find funny. And Jimmy Carr can go in the bin because he was a misogynist, nasty prick to someone I barely know. So he can go in the bin.
Right. How do I choose now?
Everybody has to go in.
Yeah.
Everybody has to go in the bin. All of the Kardashians, Piers Morgan and Jimmy Carr in the bin. Off you
go. I'm looking at them and thinking, Jimmy Carr's laugh gets on my tits, I have to say. It's just so, like, I find it very fake.
When Jimmy Carr laughs, it reminds me of Miranda's mum going, "This season's laugh is the Jessie J, ha 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 ha," or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
Like he's decided that's going to be his laugh, you know.
Yeah. He's got. He also reminds me of forgetting the name of it, but it was like the ventriloquist dummy. He looks like. Was it in Toy Story?
I know that. Yeah, like the little with the eye with
Yeah, he looks like that. You know what I mean?
Lord somebody or whatever, wasn't it? It was around a long time before Toy Story, I think.
Yeah, the Kardashians just have no point, as you said. They've just made money.
And also, as far as I can tell, they're not doing anything worthwhile with their money.
No, I don't think
see
so.
Kim wandering around helping the homeless, do you? You know?
Well, no, and she's married to Kanye West, and I can't stand
Which, get in the bin. Get in the bin, because Kanye West is... Yeah.
And Piers Morgan is, as you said, just a complete cock, basically. There's no other way of putting it. And so, for the first time on this, I'm not saving anything. So,
be in the bin. Get in the bin. Yes.
So the chat now can decide between all three. If you want to put Piers Morgan in, put Piers. If you want to put Kardashians in, put Kardashians. If you want to put Jimmy Carr in, put Jimmy. Because I can't pick anything. I haven't got, like, in other instances, even though, like, there's been, like, maybe some I wasn't particularly bothered about, I couldn't, like, there's no positive in any of them. So where do you go? Do you know what I mean?
Ginny says, imagine if all three lots were watching. Hey, Piers, how you doing? In the bin.
Yeah, just get yourself in the bin. That'd be easier.
Chat are agreeing, all of them.
Yeah.
Apart from Chop Chop, busy, work, bang, bang. He says, the Cardigans, I hate their music.
Right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm seeing so many, all of them. It's like 7. And then we've got
all in the bin, all in the bin, all in the bin, all in. Come on, chat. Actually, all in the bin. If we slice them really thinly, Nick,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, it's Piers Morgan. Just,
are you sure? Because I'm seeing a lot of votes for all. Did you count the alls?
No, I'm not doing the alls. I've just bypassed the alls. So it's Piers Morgan. He's gone in the bin.
Well, I'm pleased Piers is gone. But look how many votes were for all.
I know. It's terrible, isn't it? I mean, we can only go with that. Just one thing goes. Otherwise, it'll be just banish everything everyone comes on with.
Paul is properly staging a revolt down there. Let everyone log off.
Everyone log off.
Nick, is the viewing figures going down where everybody's going home with a piss?
No, it's Piers is gone. I'm afraid we're going to have
Cliff Not says, do Kardashians have to go in the green bin because they're made of plastic? Yeah, but right to be recycled.
Yeah, we have blue bins. It's all different, isn't it? Like our things is, it's a fixed lane. He's a dictator.
I just want to say that I won this election. I don't care what you say. I won this election. I'm a big superstar, and people love me, and everybody loves me, and I won this. And if anybody doesn't know, if anybody's thinking, "I get big head there," that was supposed to be my Trump impression. That wasn't me actually going, "I'm wonderful."
All the stands are in. We've got all the stands in. Oh, God.
That wasn't a description of his penis, Chop Chop. That was a description of him as a penis. If he was a penis, that's the kind of penis he would be.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to reiterate
say
say very
now-
clearly, I have never seen Piers Morgan's penis,
No,
and I never want to.
no.
I feel like I can speak for the rest of womankind when I say that.
All right.
So you're not letting them all in?
No.
Just Piers.
Just Peace. Peace is gone.
Don't
I'm
blame me
afraid.
when the Kardashians take over the fucking world. I tried.
What with makeup and pouty lips, or just
Trout lips.
Kim's bum. I was going to say suck us all in, but
Well, that sounds sounds like a fun night.
it's like that every so often. She just sucks up a county somewhere. Anyway, right. Next category is things people say.
Things people say. Okay, first one. I'm not being rude, but right, you know you're going to be rude. I know you're going to be rude. Everyone knows you're going to be rude. Everyone knows that the only fucking sentence that starts with "I'm not being rude, but" is something rude. I'm not being rude, but your bum looks really big in that. That's quite rude. I'm not being rude, but blah blah. You're going to be rude. You're going to be. We all know you're going to be rude. It's rude. Don't do it. Why not start a sentence with "I'm about to be rude. I may offend you." Why not do that?
Yeah, at least see it. That's what you're going to do.
Yeah. I usually start with, I want to make it clear that I really love you, but those trousers make your arse look like the size of Swindon, or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I but I'm not being rude. I'm not being rude. You are being rude. Or, no offence. Well, I'm taking offence. I'm taking offence and a gate and the rest of B&Q because you're plainly going to be rude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Not being funny, but no offence, but. Yeah. I'm not being funny. No, you're right. You're not. You're being fucking rude. Apparently, I feel very strongly about many things.
No offense, but your baby is ugly.
You've got to stop saying that to people, Lex. They do take offence. They do. Especially the ones for whom it's true.
We did agree on mine that there was ugly babies in the world.
Oh God, mine were horrible.
Yeah, we did.
Anthony came out looking like he'd been origamied while he was in there, right? And Natalie just looked like about an 80-year-old bloke. And both times the nurse went, "You've got a beautiful baby, whatever." And I went, "Can you wash it? Do you want to hold it? Yeah. Can you give it a rinse off?
Can you stick it under the tap a bit?
Can you iron it out a bit to see if it looks any better?
Can you make sure it's got clean pajamas on, please?"
Do you hold it? No.
I had much choice with. Well, I had a cesarean with David, and then with Laura, they kind of just sort of rugby chucked her onto my chest.
Yeah.
And they just get hoisted, and I just get out like that. I was like, oh.
So mum's obsessed with watching Call the Midwife, and every single time one of the little gits pops out, she goes, "Oh, it's beautiful." I'm like, "Are you sure? Are you just
It's the ones that come out like little hard men already. You know what I mean? The face.
I'm just not very good at lying, so I'm always like, "Oh, that's a lovely blanket."
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not being funny, but I'm not being rude, but no offense, but.
Michelle saying that's when you say, "Oh, that baby's precious."
Oh, it looks very lively.
Paul saying, "All babies look like Winston Churchill." Oh God. All right.
That's the first one, and then my second one,
is
people who say, "Don't put yourself down." This came up on Sunday as well, and people say it like if you use humor about your own looks in any way, there's always some kind-hearted yet patronizing sort of go, "Don't put yourself down." I'm not. I'm being fucking hilarious. And there is very little point me being hilarious if you're going to be patronizing, because the two things do not fit in the same glass together. I'm just funny. Just live with it. And then, but I think what it is because they feel guilty at laughing at you being funny about your size or whatever. They feel like if they laugh, they're being offensive. But if I said the funny thing, you're supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
So I really hate, "Oh, don't put yourself down," because I would never put myself down. I think I'm brilliant.
I do it like I used to do it before, as in stop, like point out. It was kind of like I'll make something funny about me before someone else does.
Yeah,
But
there is
now,
an element of first defense in it.
yeah, there used to be, but now when I see it, I don't mean it like I'm just being funny, as you said.
Yeah, I'm just funny. I'm just
not,
bloody funny.
I'm
Look
not
at it.
offended
It's
by
like
myself.
Fat Amy, isn't it? Fat Amy in Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
Why call yourself Fat Amy so skinny bitches like you can't,
Yeah.
But it's that kind of like, it's not, I'm not putting myself down. I'm funny, you know? The people watching this are going, fuck me, she really does love herself, don't she?
They just don't know you very well, Carla. What it is. But I remember being in the choir thing, and it was like, right, let's all stand up. And I says, do you mind if I pass? Like just because and she was horrified. The woman, you know what I mean? She's horrified. I'm like, I'm just joking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Kath's made a good point as well. When you say something like, "Oh, you might go, I'm fat," so black people go, "Oh, you're not fat," and I'm like, "Are you insane?"
Yeah,
that's a really patronizing thing for you to say, because I can see I'm fat. I'm not stupid, and if you're hoping to convince me that I'm not fat by saying that, you are very much assuming that I'm stupid, and I'm way more likely to be offended by you assuming I'm stupid than you noticing I'm fat.
When I was young, I used to go, if like me and my friend be walking along the street or whatever, and some lad will come along, oh, you fat bitches, whatever like that. And then I used to look at myself and go, hey, like
somebody should have said,
how did that happen? I wasn't like this 5 minutes ago. And then we'd just like wind each other up, and they'd be looking at us going, huh? You know what I mean? But yeah, it was like, tell us something I don't know. But
yeah. Sarah and Cherry, oh, you're not fat, you're beautiful. You're not fat, you're pretty. I never said I was ugly. Yeah, exactly. I'm just mentioning the fact that I'm fat,
Or like, you've got such a pretty face. It's just a shame about your body.
I've actually had before, you'd be ever so pretty if you lost weight.
Yeah, I've had that as well.
So what am I now then? Potted meat? Cheers.
Yeah.
That's my second one. Don't put yourself down. I'm not putting myself down. I'm just making a joke, and it's okay for me to make a joke. Third one doesn't happen to me. It doesn't happen to any of us at the moment because nobody goes anywhere. Doesn't happen to me so much now because I drive, and that's a handy excuse. But it happened to me over and over and over and over and over again in my youth.
Right.
Which, have a proper drink. So I don't drink. I've never drunk. I've been drunk twice in my life. Drink does not agree with me. It makes me very ill very quickly. I just cannot tolerate alcohol. My system doesn't deal with it. So I would go out, and I would go out on a Friday night. I still want to have a night out. Just because you don't drink doesn't mean, when you're 18, you don't necessarily want to lock yourself away in a convent. I just don't want to drink. And somebody would say, oh, I'm going to the bar. Can I get your drink? Lovely. I'll have a Diet Coke, please. Oh, no, I'll get you a proper drink. No, Diet Coke's fine. Thanks. No, I'll get you a proper drink. No, I don't want to. I'll just have a Diet Coke. I'm not buying you a Diet Coke. Well, don't buy me a fucking drink, then I'll buy my own drink. And I've had this so many times in my life. If somebody says to you they'd like a Diet Coke, then what they'd like is for you to get them a Diet Coke.
That is true.
It's a weird thing. I actually started saying at one point, no, I'm a recovering alcoholic. But it really kills the conversation. Really does. People go, oh, sorry.
And then I bet they feel really shit because they've offered you a drink. Whereas, like, if you don't want one, they don't feel shit about continually offering you a drink.
Yeah. Like I said, I've had it. People go on and on and on and on. Have a proper drink. I don't want a fucking proper drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People who say you're boring because you don't drink. Yeah.
But then there's people who can only have the confidence to say more or be more like the person they want to be if they've had a few drinks.
I think that's it. Alcohol brings some people out of their shell. But I haven't got a shell, so I don't need alcohol.
Same.
I could do with a shell, probably. I should probably go back into my shell occasionally. But yes, that kind of have a proper drink. That's my third one.
Right. Let's have a look. So, that would annoy me as well, because if someone's asking you if you're offering a drink, then even if they said it once and just said, are you sure you don't want a proper drink, or you know, even if they just said it once, then fair enough. Let's not continue to go on it. I think that's more of a thing of I'm drinking alcohol and I think you should drink alcohol with me type of thing, really, rather than like.
I think there is an element of if you don't drink, I'll feel bad that I'm drinking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I think you wouldn't do it to somebody who'd given up smoking, would you? If you offered someone a fag and they said, "Oh no, thanks, I've given up," would you go, "Oh, go on, you can have just one"? I don't want just one. I've given up.
They do if you're on a diet though, as well.
Oh,
yeah. That's well, you know, one's not going to hurt you. You know what I mean?
Can I have one I get home? Probably will.
Yeah, that's the same thing. So I'm not saving that one. You'll be pleased to know. and I'm not saving the I'm not being funny, but I'm not trying to be offensive, and I'm not saving that. I am going to save people who sort of try and be nice about putting yourself down, because I do think that sometimes there's a lot of people out there who put themselves down quite a lot, like as a cover up, because of how they feel about themselves. And I know, like, and I used to be one of them. Do you know what I mean? And I know, like, you don't want someone being patronising and stuff like that, kind of thing. But I also think that we're our worst self-critic as well. So, like,
there's compromise. They can stay out of the bin, but they need to learn to discern who's funny and who's genuinely got a low opinion of themselves.
Yeah. And I think that comes with knowing a person as well. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I know, like, you make jokes and stuff like that, but I also know that where you are anyway, if you know what I mean. So I know that what you mean is just a joke. You're not sitting there crying about what you've just said.
Yeah, I don't have low self-confidence. I
genuinely know that about you, but I think some people are unaware. You know what I mean? And I used to have it as well. My friends would be saying, "Oh, don't be silly." But then I'd have a friend who was like a size 10 who would be pinching like the tiniest bit on her stomach going, "You have gained weight," you know what I mean? And I'd be sitting there thinking, telling me not to say anything, but yet you do that. But then I realised a long time later, it's about how you view yourself. And sometimes her viewpoint of herself is totally different to what we all see. And I don't see weight or anything. I just see a person. So, and I think when you get to know someone, you do that. Do you know what I mean? So that went a bit extra there.
You're saving that one on the basis that they are well-meaning, just misguided.
Yes, that is basically it. And sometimes I think some people may need that level of, what is it, like, comfort from others who don't see that in them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So,
But can I have all three of my celebrities in the bin?
Well, no, because you still only get one.
But it's worth a try.
You can't just come on and change the show. I mean, I know you're Carla Jenkins, but
I'm a megastar, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're the only one who's had all three of your things in there. So,
but no, you didn't let all three go in. You'd still chucked one.
I know, but you know.
Well, I stayed awake for this. Just about.
Carla the legend Jenkins.
Sorry, Nick's told me I've got to behave now. Sorry, Dad.
Are you going to be disappointed? I remember when you came and when I'm not angry at you, I'm disappointed.
Just very disappointed.
Yeah, and we were all devastated, going, "Oh my God, we can't be someone can't be disappointed in us. It's terrible." All right, so that means the people of the chat, someone who is going to be offensive, but then states that they're not going to be offensive. So just write offensive.
Yeah, someone who thinks that disclaimer is going to cover it.
Yeah, that covers it. That excuses them for actually saying it when it doesn't. So put offensive if you want to banish them, or put people who over offer you a drink because they feel bad about drinking themselves, which is what it is, really, isn't it? So I don't know what to put. Just put drink because I can't think. Offensive or drink. So yeah.
Come on, people of the chat. Come on. Oh, Tasty's in. Hi, Tasty. Come on, people of the chat. Come on.
I think the offensive is winning
Nick,
here.
I'm not going to do what you tell me until you learn to spell. Unless it just put a bit of an accent in there, offensive.
Is that like how what's his name? Again, I've said his name. Wurzel Gummidge sounded a bit Wurzel Gummidge-ish. Yeah. Wurzel Gummidge-ish. Right. I can see by looking it's offensive that's going in the bin. Yep.
Yeah, I think offensive is carrying it, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not being me with that.
From now on, no one can use that. The Bible has got to go.
The world will be a better place. If everyone just went around going, what I'm about to say is quite rude.
Yeah.
Because it would make you stop saying it. It would make you think, hang on, what I'm about to say is quite rude. Maybe I won't say it. You know?
I'm going to offend you. Right.
Then people would say less rude things and everybody would be happier. Yeah.
Okay. So, moving on, we have TV shows.
How long does this program usually last, this stream?
1 to 2 hours.
Okay, all right. Just I wondered if I was overrunning your slot.
No, it's fine. I've got nothing after because I did the last one.
Okay.
All right, so TV shows.
TV shows.
Yes.
At the moment, and not necessarily for all of time, but just at the moment, the news.
The news.
The reason the news is going in the bin is because there's no fucking news on the news at the moment, apart from COVID. It's as if the rest of the world has stopped happening. I believe you could have a serial killer go on a spree and it would not get mentioned on the news at the moment because they're too busy telling us about COVID. We know about COVID, and I know it's shit, and I know it's ongoing, and I know there's news connected with it, but there must be other news as well. There must be. And yet there doesn't seem to be. And I'm so done with listening to it because nothing's changing. So yeah, the news. The news is always depressing. There used to be a little happy bit at the end of the news. There always used to be a bit where they went, and in other news, there is a sheep in the Highlands that has learnt to tango, and then they show you a picture of the sheep tangoing with the sheepdog, and the farmer standing there going, "Oh yes, she's always done that." That's not a Highlands accent, by the way. But there always used to be that bit at the end. And now they're going like, and in other news,
you tango and sheep now.
Do you know what I mean? Though there was all a little uplifting bit at the end. So that you'd get 3/4 of an hour of God into the world shite, and then a little bit of that made you go, "Hey, that's good." And now there isn't. Yeah, sod it. Yeah, the news in the bin.
So the news. Paul has decided that he's voting for that already. He has not even waiting to hear other things. Apparently, Lex says there's 4 serial killers in the UK right now, and Nick said that she is one of them. So.
Lex is at least 4 people on her own, so she's probably all 4 of them. Aid says, "Good evening, am I on time?" Plainly not, Aid. Also going in the bin, Aid Waldron, who just cannot turn up to anything on
time. No.
Okay, second one.
Yeah.
This is only going in because I watched the first ever episode that I've ever watched of it yesterday, and I kept watching it thinking it's bound to get better. Surely it'll get better. It can't be this shit all the way through. It was that shit all the way through, and it was an hour long. Tipping Point. What the fuck is Tipping Point for? And Ben Shepherd wants a fucking medal for presenting it. I think it's Ben Shepherd, because he's standing there trying to make it sound interesting. Oh yes, you've got a bit of lateral on that one. What are you doing with your life, Ben? I'm sure you have a career, mate. Run for the fuck. And you're four people standing there playing a fucking penny arcade with no pennies in it, and not even putting the pennies in themselves, and saying to each other, "Oh, well done." What the fuck? How is this happening? I was watching this, going, "What? It'll get. What? It gets. Surely this is the preliminary round, and something good happens." No, it doesn't. Tipping Point stays shit for the whole hour.
You try and do something from when you're a kid, which is like, the 2 penny things that you pay, and then they've try to make it into concept of a quiz. Yeah. By some questions to it.
It's just shite. And basically, the entire way through, it was like, "Drop zone 4, please, Ben. Drop zone 4. Ben, stop asking them. They're all going for fucking 4, mate. I don't know why you're... Just I tell you what, we could take this hour program and probably squeeze it into about 10 minutes, and that'd leave 50 minutes for the news. So hang on, I don't want
to hate it when the drag programs out, and it's just bollocks that they've all just done, and it would have been so much easier.
I just feel like Ben Shepherd goes home from work every night and goes, "How did this happen? I was going to be a star. I was going to be a big man on TV. My family were going to be proud of me. How am I going to tell the kids? When the kids say, 'Daddy, what did you do?' I'm going to go, 'I was a milkman.' Because how is this his life? How is and he's desperately standing there trying to make it exciting. I found myself counting the spots on his tie.
Yeah.
To pass the time.
Stu Mandry said, "Tipping point is rubbish. You can't even bang the machine to get the coins."
Exactly. I was only watching it because it was an episode with Mrs. Hinch's husband on it, and I wanted to see if he was actually dumb as dust, because he comes across as dumb as dust in Mrs. Hinch's Instagram, and I thought, I wonder if he is. He's not dumb as dust. He's not the brightest spark in the book.
Yeah.
He and he didn't do too well, and he got booted off. But I kept, like I said, I kept thinking it'd get better in a minute. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, something good happened.
This was something like when I was a kid, and your mum gives you 50 pence, and you went in the arcade, and you go to the thing, and you get 50 pence worth of twos, and then you go and stand at that machine, and you'd be
a rubber. You'd be trying to get a rubber and a razor for any American.
Yeah.
Not condoms, not in the 2
or a key ring.
Yeah, or a little key ring, or one of those tokens that was worth more tokens, and you could take it and get a bubble gum from the kiosk.
And then stick a fiver somewhere in the back that no one ever won. That was like,
because it was nailed down.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. And it was just absolutely pointless.
Yeah.
And then to think that, like, as a kid, it was exciting, that thought of winning some money. But then to get older, no.
Just like, how is this? And I could have understood it at a push if it was half-hour program.
Yeah.
But how the hell is this an hour long? How? You've only made this an hour-long program so you can fit more advert breaks into it. And the only reason you need more advert breaks is because Ben Shepherd can't keep this up for more than 10 minutes at a stretch without losing his fucking marbles, poor bugger. Let him off. Free Ben Shepherd. Free Ben Shepherd.
A coin pusher game show. You feel like he's being kidnapped and just kept there.
Yeah. I said, I'm starting to think Ben Shepherd needs some kind of revolt to get him out of there.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, if I mean, I don't know, did you used to play Wally when you were a kid with money, where you have to get nearest to the wall? The coin that gets nearest to the wall wins all the coins.
Yeah, we didn't call it that though. I can't remember what it was called, but I remember. Yeah, I think it was Halfpenny Chuck or something like that. Chuck Halfpenny.
We used to call it. We called it Wally, and it's like turning that into a quiz. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. For the next hour, this bloke's going to stand here and throw pennies at a wall. Like, I'll just go and watch my fucking grass grow then instead. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And the third one?
The third one is EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale, all of the soaps. Pick a soap, any soap. And my reason for that is, what the fuck? I have lived in this street 23 years. We've never had a burglary, let alone a serial killer in a plane crash.
Yeah.
And the soaps are having serial killers literally every 5 minutes. To the point, I don't think there's anyone in EastEnders at the moment who hasn't killed somebody else.
Or hasn't married them, or hasn't had an affair with them.
Yeah, it would struggle to find anyone. I don't watch any of the soaps anymore, and this is why. Because there used to be kitchen sink dramas, real stories about real people living real lives with the... I mean, when you think that Den and Angie's divorce was the massivest thing on telly that year, Den giving Angie the divorce papers, now he'd have bumped her off, hid her under the cellar steps and shagged her mum. All in the space of the first week of the year, you know what I mean? Let alone saving up for Christmas.
And he supposedly died and got pushed in the canal, didn't he? And then he came back from the dead.
And then when that works so well, they've done that with fucking Kathy as well. And she'd been dead for years, and suddenly she came back. I'm like, what the hell? This doesn't happen that often in one small square of people. I'm not saying these things don't happen, but this is a microcosm of real life, and you can't just distill it down and go, right, everything that happens in the entire world suddenly happens in Albert Square. How many murderers have they had? I mean, we haven't got 165 murderers in my street. There's only me, and I haven't been caught. It's just not real.
Yeah, it's too much. It's just over the top. I mean, wasn't it? I mean, the thing is with it as well is if you haven't watched one of them, you could go back in and it's still, you'd catch up in a day. You know what I mean? Even if you
Yeah.
haven't watched properly. And I remember, I think I put it on the other day, and Danny Dyer. I don't know what day it was. I was flicking through channels. Actually, it was a few weeks ago now. Danny Dyer was saving his wife whose foot was stuck in the Queen Vic was filling with water or something. Or I don't know where they were, but something was all filling with water, and I think they drowned. I don't know. Maybe they didn't.
It just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? This is not real
Yeah,
life.
it was
And
like
so it's supposed to be a reflection of real life.
without the door. You know what I mean? It was just.
Yeah.
It was kind of deal.
Yeah, and they're all interchangeable. And the storylines, I swear to God, when Emmerdale finish with the scripts, they send them over to EastEnders and they do them next. Because they're all the same stories with just different characters, even to the point where the TV book has the same 3 people on the cover with a different face every week. And if they bother changing the book, get in the bin.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look. So out of the news, the tipping point and soaps. Well, soaps are definitely going in because I can't stand them either. I have to say them, and I know like they'll probably get saved because loads of people like them, don't they? The tipping point in order to save Ben Shepherd, and I'm sure he'll thank us for it, won't he? We'll put the tipping point in.
I mean, I'll give him a job if he needs one. I don't know doing what.
Yeah, exactly. He can just sit there. He's quite nice to look at, I think.
Yeah, he can be decorative. I'll have him as an ornament. Yeah.
He can model your mugs for you.
Also, while I'm talking about soaps, the number of times they are married. I don't know anyone who's been married more than twice, 3 at the most.
Yeah.
Ian Beale's had 92 wives. He's not even attractive. There's no way Ian Beale could pull once. You know, what the fuck? Sorry. Okay. That was another point.
All right. So, coming back to the news, yes, I totally get it. At the minute, it is horrendous. It's just constant misery, constant false crap that comes up, not just in the news, but like everything that comes on. It's like, oh, this has happened and they've said this, and then it's something else and something else, and there's no positiveness in it. And to be honest, I switch it off. I never watch. But I'm hoping and I'm keeping it for the pure fact that one day they'll come back and there'll be some positiveness, and we'll have an actual news bulletin, a whole 10 o'clock news with not one thing about COVID in it. I don't know when that'll be.
Can we put the news next to the bin in a black bag?
For the minute, yeah.
That's a good idea. and then hopefully the bin men will take it by mistake.
By mistake. I always never take extras. So like, no. You put one extra in.
I was literally just kick your bag back onto your driveway.
Yeah. Your bin lids, even if your bin lid's too open, like if you've tried to squish one in, if it's a bit too open with it, then they take it out. Honestly, it's ridiculous. So, having saved the news for the hope that we have better news one day, you can choose either tipping point or the soaps. So if you want to put the soaps in to the Banish bin, type soaps. If you want to put tipping point in the Banish bin, type point.
And we got hiccups where I've ranted too much.
You got hiccups. And we shall see what the community decide. Right. Let's count, shall I? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right. So go back up again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm seeing a lot of soaps.
5, yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, so it's the soaps. The soaps are getting banished forever.
See you later, Ian Beale. I tell you, who's the other one? Coronation Street, Stephen McDonald. I mean, he was a looking lad in his youth, but now he's had 18 wives as well. It's just not real.
18 wives and all work in the what is he on, a taxi rank?
Yeah, something like that. I know. Like I said, I haven't watched them for years. I gave up watching them when I realised that somebody was being murdered literally every 2 seconds. Like, this is silly.
Yeah, it got to me. I think the last thing I seen was what was his name? Bradley? Was it Bradley?
Oh my god! Yeah, that is going back. Yeah.
He fell off the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last thing I seen, and I've never watched since.
Yeah, I think mine was when the black lady, whose name I have temporarily forgotten, Patrick's adopted daughter. What the hell was it? Anyway, her husband came back and he started bumping people off right, left, and centre and burying them under trees. Diane, I think her name's Diane. Anyway, yeah, that was
right, yeah.
That was what did it for me.
Right. Okay, and then we're moving on to creatures.
I struggle with this one because there's not many creatures that I feel particularly strongly about, although some of those ones you came up with in your quiz that time were a bit funny looking, but so am I. So, you can't hold that against them. So I got flies. Now, this is nothing personal against the flies. I'm sure they're perfectly nice little flies in their own little way. Right. But they will keep coming in the bloody house, and once they're in the house, they will be knobheads. So I figured we'd put flies in the bin, and also they'd be really happy there. Because flies like rubbish. So actually, it wouldn't be being nasty to the flies if I put them in the bin. So flies are going in the bin.
Right. I never thought of totally agree with that argument because, flies like rubbish, so they'd love it.
Yeah, so it's not even been good.
If flies could just stay in certain, stay out the house.
Yeah, like I said, I'm quite happy with flies existing. You don't need to be in here with me. And if you are in here with me, you could just sit over in the corner and behave quietly instead of buzzing around my face and being a knobhead.
Yeah. I mean, Susan's saying save the flies for the spiders to eat, right? And but I don't randomly want some huge spider to just rock up in the middle of a fly going round and just don't mind me.
No.
Thing and
don't mind me, lunchtime.
Yeah.
People are saying wasps, and I honestly didn't even think of wasps. Didn't even think of them. My second one was leeches. Because
you don't want leeches. And the thing is what I don't understand. How do you not know you've got one? When people get them and then they just don't know that they've got one.
I'd quite like to go outdoor swimming, when not I don't mean like a nice clean outdoor swimming pool, but when you see that there's a lake in the woodlands and people are splashing around in the lake and I'm like, there's stuff in there with you, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not bothered about the fish, it's the leeches. There's leeches in the mud and also tin cans and broken glass bottles, but mostly the leeches in the mud, the leeches.
And then they start off and they're like this big, and then they've been on your body for a second, and then they're this big and this big.
What are they for?
Filling up with your blood and that.
They must be for something because everything's got its place in the food chain or whatever on it. But no, leeches and flies. Leeches do have medical uses, but then so do plasters. We'll keep the plasters and bin the leeches. And I realise they don't do the same thing. We don't need
who you called Andrea, who you called Sandria.
Fandria, yeah.
Used to have a pet leech called Haggis.
Fandria does have unusual pets.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard about them used in medical. We're not talking about medical ones. We're just talking about
wild leeches.
I mean, we're talking about wild leeches.
Hospital leeches can stay. I'm not in any danger.
Yeah, they can stay. We're not putting them in. Be good. They are good for getting rid of infection and eating all debris and stuff with it. It's minging. All right, and the last thing,
Katie Hopkins.
Like she's a creature.
didn't fit any of the other categories apart from celebrity, and I didn't want to give her celebrity status, so I put her in creatures.
Yeah.
And I don't think it needs any explanation. If there's anybody out there who needs that explaining, then you're not my friend anymore. So
oh my god. Yeah. Okay. So let's relook at this. Flies are really annoying, and I have to admit, the buzzy ones do my head in. You know, like the blue.
Sometimes they can be quiet, but they've always got to kick off about stuff, haven't they?
Yeah. And then they get knocking on your like window, like just like, you know, it's really annoying. However,
you can have a wide open window and the fucker will be having his head on the frame. What's the matter with you?
Jasper, he likes to chase them and he catches them, but they annoy him at first because it takes him a while. But it's good job he's tall because obviously he can reach, because sometimes they're just that little bit too high and he's like so frustrated. It's funny to watch. But
dogs will stand on you to get to a fly.
Yeah.
Dogs will literally just leap across you like, God.
Flies do entertain and they keep spiders full, that's true. Leeches, the medical side of it, which we weren't going to include because obviously that's a great thing that they can help save people's legs and all sorts by sucking out all of the infection and things, but the thought of it just,
I'd rather keep my infection. I honestly think if I was in hospital and they were like, you might lose your leg, I was like, okay, well, I've got another leg. I'll put that fucking leech on me.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that there's only going to be one of these creatures going anywhere anyway. So it doesn't really matter which of the other two I save, because whoever I save, I'm going to save the flies just for Jasper's purpose of entertainment. And it keeps them busy. You know, stop getting in trouble. So I'm going to save the flies for that reason. The only thing I hate about that is all the things that you get that are meant to stop them coming in don't work. I've had the whole curtain things. I've had the magnetic ones. I've had the ones with the different colour things. They don't work. You know what I mean? So, people, do you want to see leeches go in the bin? Just put leeches. Or would you like to see Katie Hopkins in the bin? Just put Hopkins. And I've got a feeling I don't really need to ask that question, to be fair. I think Hopkins is gone, to be honest. And that's just by the first few I've seen already.
Nick says I'm going to come back as a fly. Well, if I do, Nick, I'll be a sensible one. So there. I'll knock politely on the door and go bzz, and then when somebody goes, no, you can't come in, I'll go bzz.
Was that two different words there? Was that like,
maybe. Okay. There was very different intonation there.
I'm trying to work out your fly conversation now. Hopkins covered in celery. Yeah, I don't even need to go back. I know the answer to this. So, goodbye, Katie. Nobody likes you anyway. Goodbye.
I will not have a stupid fly brain, thank you, Nick Hills. I will have a very intelligent Carla brain. I will just be Carla the fly. You've already got a stupid fly brain, so there.
I remember watching her. I can't remember what her kids are called, but she names one of them, I think,
India.
That's it. And I remember she was on, I think it was This Morning, and she was talking about people who call, like, how she hates people who name their kids after places. And I thought, well, you did?
Don't associate with people who name their children after places. Well, where the fuck do you think India is, you stupid bint?
I know. Mad. She is mad.
Yeah.
Right. Moving on to things people wear.
Okay. Skinny jeans on men.
Oh, that's one of
I cannot get the hang of skinny jeans on men.
It's like a robin wearing them, isn't it? Because men.
It just doesn't seem to work on men, particularly on the kind of men who have a little bit of a tummy going on, but they've refused to accept that that's where their waistband should go. So they're wearing the jeans underneath the tummy. So then there's kind of the round tummy and then the very stick, like, oh, stop. You look very silly. I'm not being funny, but
Hence they look like a robin.
Yeah, they just look ridiculous. Yeah, skinny jeans on men. And I don't think skinny jeans go particularly well with trainers, and most guys wear trainers. So you've got skinny jeans and then big chunky trainers, and I just don't think it works. It doesn't work. It's not sexy. It's not a appeal. I'm not saying men have to be sexy. Men don't need to be sexy if they don't want to be. Nobody needs to be sexy. You do you, boo. But I can't get behind. I just can't. A nice pair of jeans on a bloke I can do, but skinny jeans just don't work.
No, I can't. Not for me either. I don't like skinny jeans.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
No.
Oh yeah, Queen's saying the ankle length ones as well. Yeah, like proper pedal push. Oh my, stop it! Put your ankles.
Okay, so Norfield and Rock skinny jeans.
You look better out of them.
Yeah, I agree. I like Norfield, and it's nice.
I love Norfielding, but I don't know. It's just something about skinny jeans.
But Norfielding wears really long tops.
That's it. Norfielding will wear skinny jeans with a big, massive woolly jumper or something, wouldn't he? And that
that's his style. Yeah,
that's his style. But skinny jeans with an Adidas t-shirt, it just isn't working. It isn't doing it.
No,
it just doesn't work. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Second thing are those shoes that are nowadays called sliders.
Yeah, sliders. So
they're the kind of summer sandals, and mostly on men, but I also hate them on women. And I don't even know what they used to be called before they were called sliders. So if you can't understand what they are in the chat, I don't know how to describe them. But they're just one thick. It's an open-toed, like a flip-flop, but one thick band that goes across the top.
Yeah.
Of the yeah.
We don't only have a sports ones of those. There was like, Adidas, Nike ones, Reebok ones. There wasn't like, and I always just imagine like, swimmers wearing them, like.
When we were kids, they were the least fashionable thing in the world. People would laugh at you if you wore them. And yeah, the only excuse was I've just got out of the swimming pool and I'm slopping off in the changing room. And even then, it's like, why have you got flip flops?
You would see them on the Olympics, and they'd be walking up to the thing with the flip flop.
Yeah.
Like Adidas.
Yeah, you're wearing them so you don't get athlete's foot. Okay, I'll accept that. But sliders and Sharon saying sliders and socks is cool. It makes me want to cut off people's feet.
Cool. What? Where are you looking, Sharon?
They're just so awful looking. They're awful looking shoes. Yeah.
Right.
And third thing, wet look leggings or wet look jeans, or do they? Stop it!
Let's look like I've pissed myself.
They don't. I mean, they only look good on a certain very slim, very shapely leg, and even then they don't look great. And unfortunately, they are often worn on non-slim, non-shapely legs, and then they look shocking. So yeah, wet look leggings. I
suppose if you're out on the drink and then you have accidentally pissed yourself on the way home, no one would know.
No one will know. Although, wouldn't you be making a weird noise because they're wet? Look, wouldn't they? Kind of
Sorry, it's just wet look leggings. It's not really.
Yeah, it's just me leggings. Honestly, why do you smell a piss, love? It's just me leggings.
Yeah, leggings. Lex is wearing some right now, she says.
With sliders.
With sliders. She got sliders on and a wet look leggings.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't like them. I just don't like them.
Probably night on the top off. That's just That's a look.
I'm all right with skinny jeans on women, by the way. If anybody's in the chat, it's just skinny jeans on men. I'm all right. I mean, Natalie's got a cracking pair of legs. I'm very jealous of Natalie's legs, and she looks lovely in skinny jeans. Natalie's boyfriend, not so much.
No, I don't think it's a man. I just don't think men should wear tight. I just don't. It's like
this is not the Renaissance. Take your tights off.
Yeah, or like it's the ballet or something. Then yeah, but like other than that, I don't think anything skinny You know what I mean?
Lex genuinely is wearing wet look leggings.
Yeah, I think I remember our buying them.
They're not shiny though. I mean, I'm not making
wet,
excuses now to let myself off the hook, but they're not. I kind of had the ones I'm visualizing are proper black shiny, like bin bags.
Yeah, I know which ones you mean.
You know, that look, looks like plastic bin bag.
Ex-boyfriend. Like leather look. What Lex has got on them all leather look, aren't they?
Yeah.
Wet look.
Yeah, it's the proper shiny wet look kind of.
Yeah, bin bag it looks like, what was that spray that was popular in the 80s that men with afros used to put on? Do you know what I mean? And it made them all glittery looking.
I kind of feel like I do know what you mean, but I'm blowed if I remember what it's called.
What the leggings look like to me, like that.
They look a bit like black parcel wrap, like that black strip.
Like that. Yeah, that's
like that.
that
sort of thing.
That's exactly it. That's basically what they did in it. They just like tied it around the legs. So
Kelly says, "Hang on, you can't tell men what they can and cannot wear. Surely I can if I'm on the Banish bin. I wouldn't do it in real life. I wouldn't go to people and go, you can't wear that, because that would be rude. On the Banish bin, I can do whatever I want."
Not going up to people in the street if they've got, like, if men have got leggings on or sliders.
No, so I wouldn't walk up to people and go, "I'm not being rude, but you little shit." I wouldn't do that, but I would be judging.
Yeah, that's it, Sylvia. Soul glow.
Soul glow. That was in Coming to America.
Yes, that's it. Lex would wear shrink wrap.
Lex definitely would.
Yeah. All right, so let's have a look. Well, I can't see if skinny jeans on men, because I totally agree. I'm not massively a fan of the sliders either, and wet look leggings. I don't mind the ones that Lex had because they're more leather look.
Yeah, Lex can keep yours.
But the ones that actually look like they're meant to look wet, just not right.
Shiny PVC kind of.
Yeah, like or shrink wrap, as we called it. I'm going to see if sliders, for the reason that I absolutely can't stand thong, like flip-flops, right? And thong flip-flops on men with hairy toes. Oh my god. Like that's just a no-go. So the only other option they've got for the beach or, you know, in the summer is the sliders, and I'd rather they wore sliders than thong flip-flops. You know what I mean?
I don't mind flip-flops, although they also look a bit odd on men. I just think men probably could go out and then it wouldn't matter what shoes they are.
Jesus sandals. Men in Jesus sandals is not a good thing either. So,
with socks pulled up.
It's like, seriously, who dressed you, your mum? I'm sorry, but that's wrong. So I'm going to see sliders for that reason. So therefore, people of the chat, if you want to put skinny jeans on men, only on men, not on women, into the Banish bin, then type jeans. If you want to put wet look leggings into the Banish bin, then type wet. There you go. Oh, hairy toes. Joan, everything is wrong with that. Everything. Like, I disowned my own brother because he wore socks and Jesus sandals.
You're dead to me.
Yeah, it doesn't do me anymore. Like, I can't even begin to talk to you. All right, let's have a look. We'll see what we've got here. Oh, highlighting everything. So 1, 2, 3.
Got a late vote for Piers Morgan there.
4, 5, 6, 7. Wet look leggings on both men and women. Okay, Kelly. I think it looks like it's the leggings it's going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. It's the wet look leggings. That's gone.
Hey. Does mean we're stuck with sliders though, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the skinny jeans on men.
I mean, the skinny jeans on men is not a massive problem these days. I don't go out.
Yeah, I mean, they should just take notes from Noel Fielding and wear a top that comes to their knees. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Sarah says, am I tired? Do I need a Red Bull drip? I'm on my Pepsi Max. Don't worry. I'm just about staying.
All right. So the last category, which is random mix, which means you can literally choose anything from anything you want of anything.
Okay. I'm very tempted to go back and choose 3 of the things that have been previously saved. Ha
Yeah, good luck to you.
But I have got 3 things written down, so we'll go with what I actually put down. So my first one is catwalk designers clothing. Now,
Right.
I realise that what happens is they design this crazy ass shit and then eventually somebody else redesigns it and gets it to something that's wearable. I realise that's what happens. But I just feel like a lot of the stuff that goes down the catwalk is plainly designers going, I know what'll be funny.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's see if we can get away with that. Let's give this a go. Because I'm like, but you know, that's not clothes, yeah? You know, you've just sent a supermodel down the runway in half a cardboard box and a roll of sellotape. That's not clothes. That's eBay packaging. What are you doing? What's happening here? And how much are you getting? Are you getting paid how much for this shit? Get in the bin.
I was watching something once, and it was a guy, and he had it like a belly top on, and then he had a cut out circles where the nipples were, which was like then covered in plastic instead. So it was like see-through plastic.
That's just where you want the window,
Yeah.
The window, yeah.
And it was the belly top, and then he had these pants on that like ballooned out at the sides. Were like khaki trappers, as we used to call them back in the day. Apart from they were made of a stiffer fabric, so they stayed there. Like they had huge hips, and they only came to the knees. And then they had socks which were pulled up, and these really weird-looking shoe things on.
They always talk about supermodels not smiling, don't they? They always go, oh, you know, supermodels with that resting bitch face, that kind of like, you know, why they're not smiling? Because they feel fucking stupid in the bullshit you're making them prance about in. They've got nothing to smile about. They are literally thinking, oh my God, this is going to be in all papers.
Yeah.
I mean, them and Ben Shepherd, free them all. Release the poor sods.
That sounds like Gaultier. I can't speak. I know how you say it. John Paul, what's his face? Him.
Gaultier, yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, just like I said, you're not designing clothes. You're just having fun, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You're not pretending you're designing clothes, you know, and getting paid God knows how much for fucking about. It's a bit like modern art, which I should have put in my random mix as well. You know, when they go, Tracy Emin's Unmade Bed, that's art. Is it bullshit art? Tracy Emin is sitting around somewhere going, gotcha.
Yeah.
You know, it's not art. It's not art. Don't tell me that I'm stupid because I don't recognize it as art, because it's the Emperor's New Clothes. Just because you tell me it's art doesn't mean it's art. It's still just a dirty cat who should have made her bed. Anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. I totally agree with you. Totally.
That's not even one of my things. Second thing.
Right.
Trophy hunters. Those absolute scum of the earth bastards who go off to Africa, Namibia, Nigeria, wherever, and pay some other see you next Tuesday to take them out and shoot a baby giraffe or a fucking elephant or a lion and then pose standing on the fucking corpse of the poor dead thing that was just minding its own bastard business trying to survive on this shitty planet, holding their gun going, look, I did this, and one of the fuckers even said it was fucking self-defense against a giraffe. Yeah, because giraffe attacks are really fucking common.
Just like Mr. That's so well said.
Oh my God, I would literally happily annihilate them all one by one. Boom, self-defense. Boom, I'll stand on your corpse. Boom, fuck you. I'm really cross about it.
They should just, it just drives me insane. Like, I so love it when karma comes along and, you know, they attempt to do it and one of them gets attacked. And it's always like, oh my God, I got bitten and all this. Or like, you know, someone got their head eaten or whatever. Well, it's the arm fucking fault.
I don't know what the fuck is going on inside your little fucking ball of whatever fucking cells that is that makes you go, what I really want to do is murder something and pretend it was an achievement. You sick
I how can the pose like that, like happily?
Yeah, how can you do that? How can you stand on top of something pure and innocent that didn't even see you coming, you absolute bastard? You didn't walk straight up and go, hello, lion. I think what we'll do is we'll have a bit of a one-to-one. So what we'll do is we'll turn our backs, we'll each walk 10 paces, and then it'll be a fair fight. No, what you do is you go out in a fucking truck with a man who's making a fortune out of doing this, and you fucking stealthily creep up behind an innocent creature that is just minding its own bastard business, and you go, I'm a big man. You're not a big man. You are literally a shit biscuit from the arse of the devil. Just
like, do you know what? Like, as far as I'm concerned, that can just go straight in the fucking bin. Yeah. Like, I'm even going to put it up for vote. It's in the bin because they don't even get the. I don't. You know what I mean? They don't even deserve to have that sort of thought of. They're like sick as fuck. And I don't know why you would.
I don't know how. I don't know why you would. Yeah.
I can't get my head around it either. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. They're just absolutely wankers. It's just like, I honestly think they should all be unarmed, chucked in the Serengeti or wherever.
There you go. Have a crack now. See how you get on. Yeah.
Yeah. See if you can make it back. If you can make it back, then that's one thing. But if you don't, and you deserve everything you get, because honest to God, it just fucks me off. All of them straight in, no argument.
Straight
in the bin. Okay, so we'll still go with your last one.
Last one, cyclists. Cyclists that not all cyclists, not minding their own business on a cycle path, behaving perfectly normal cyclists, but mostly cyclists on the road. Cyclists on the road with a camera on their helmet so that when there is an accident, they can prove it wasn't their fucking fault. Right? And going through red lights because apparently the rules of the road don't apply to me because I'm not a car. If you're on the fucking road, then stop at the fucking red light, you big bastard. Because when I hit you, you're going to blame me. Cyclists who pull out too wide without even bothering to look. Cyclists who ride two abreast so they can have a fucking chat. Cyclists who don't wear a helmet. Cyclists who have a helmet on themselves but a kid on the back without a helmet. Cyclists who have their children in a fucking canvas bag on wheels and are dragging them down the dual carriageway. Have you lost your mind? Do you not like your child? If you're going to put your children in one of those little tent things that you drag along, then you go on a nice country ride somewhere where there are no cars, because your children will not be protected in a canvas bag on wheels because they're not built to withstand a collision. Cyclists.
So, cyclists who give cyclists a bad name, as Martin said.
Yes, like I said, it's not all cyclists, but, you know, cyclists who seem to have no fucking sense and also have that smug, I'm a cyclist, so therefore I am better than you kind of attitude. I'm saving the planet because I'm riding my bike. You're just getting in my way, tit-face. You're just making me drive slower, which is making me use more fucking petrol, which is worse for the planet. You haven't helped.
Have you ever seen that? There's a YouTube thing, and I can't remember what it was, but it was a guy. I don't know if he was actually thinking about it. I'm not sure if he was a cyclist or he was on a motorbike. I think he might have been on a motorbike. And he got in an argument with this guy because this guy nearly knocked him off. And then he obviously mentioned he was videoing it. And this guy got out of the car and he was absolutely screaming. He tried chasing him up the street. And in chasing him up the street, he fell over himself when arse overtaked. And the car, and it's like a proper thing, like one of them things that, you know, becomes like a TikTok thing or whatever, because it was like, but yeah, it was madness. Right, let's have a look. So we've got.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the side chat.
Yeah. Cyclists on safari inside sliders eating celery.
And skinny jeans.
Right. So I don't know whether I'm thinking, let's have a look. So catwalk designers who come up with weird things, right? And I've already been to, obviously, trophy hunters, and cyclists who don't who give proper cyclists a bad name. So
cyclists wearing shiny leggings and sliders and eating olive and avocado sandwiches.
How much of a knobhead do you have to be if that's what you're going out like? So as I said, Hunters is already in the bin. We're not arguing with them. I'm not going to save either of these two, so I'm going to give it to the chat to decide. So if you want to put in catwalk designers, then put catwalk. And if you want to put in cyclists, put cyclists into the chat. And then we'll banish another one of them. So that means you'll get two things.
I'm going to need blood pressure medication after this. I didn't know I could get so... I mean, I did know I could get so irate, but I don't normally get so irate about 22 things all at once. I normally spread it out a bit over the week.
Yeah. He's not on a bike. Push him off.
Cyclists are getting a good old...
Yeah, I'm thinking all these people must drive or have had an incident with a cyclist of some degree.
Yeah, people don't feel as strongly about the stupid catwalk clothing as they do about the cyclists.
it's when I hate it when they zoom past us. You know what I mean? And I'm like not aware because I never know it as well. Because we've got like as you go over the bridge, we've got like a cycle path, and I never know where I should be because I'm like.
Yeah. Am I a bike? Am I a pedestrian? What? Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're not going as fast as the cyclist. So if you're in the cycle lane, then yeah.
So I tend to stay on the path and then just annoy people who are coming the other way because, and then I can't go into the cycle because I can't see behind us because if someone's coming just at that moment, I'd knock them in the road, which is probably not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure you're not meant to be on the road either. You see a lot of people on mobility scooters on the road, and I'm like, you're again, no helmet, not going very fast, probably not safe. Please don't do that.
Having said that, I have to admit that there's a part around here that I have no choice about going on the road because whoever built it, well, probably a bloke, blame the bloke. There's like a telephone exchange box thing, and it's like stuck off the wall by about that much, right? So it's like in the pathway, and then they stick a lamppost at the other side. So there's no way that I can go between them.
Yeah.
And then, especially in this one street round there's cars that go all over the path, so there's no way I can get. So I end up having to come down the road, and I was coming down the road, and this guy come out of the street, and I mean I'd stopped, and he'd come out the side street, and he went, "Should be on the path," and I went, "Well, I would be, apart from," and there was like a huge truck, like on the path behind us, so I couldn't get on.
Yeah.
And he went, "That's not the point." I went, "Well, what do you want us to do? Just
what is the fucking point then, knobhead?"
Am I supposed to just wait there until he decides to leave? Like
he's unloading 40 crates of whatever, and and
I've just got to wait here. And he won't be the only one. Right, so it's cyclists by a mile by the looks of it. I mean, there's a couple for catwalk, but the majority are annoying people who
I'm giving her a headache. Sorry, Pamela.
Yeah. Cass says you can get a mobility scooter road license. Can you? I had to pass a test in my wheelchair, but then I crashed into a lamppost after that, so I didn't. I don't know how I passed my test. No, that was I should have put that in because that was a fly's fault.
Yeah, should have got it. It
flew up my eye.
Like cyclists are going in. I'm not saying they shouldn't be allowed on the road fauna. It just doesn't feel safe.
No, I don't like it, but it's just I have no choice. I mean, I wouldn't do that coming down Newcastle Road, like where the dual carriageway thing is. I wouldn't jump on the road.
And yet we've got some around here who will literally go down the dual carriageway in the middle of the road at whatever their top speed is of 3.2 miles a fortnight or whatever it is. and I'm just like, I don't think, because it's fine as long as you've got patient people behind you. But if you get someone who isn't patient and goes, well, I'm just going to squeeze past, you could be in a horrible mess,
Yeah, exactly. And I was crossing like the main road, and there's like two parts, and for some reason you can get across one, you go into the island in the middle, but you never get across both. The traffic goes again, so you have to wait. Yeah. So I was waiting, and this guy had already crossed the road. So I don't know if he just thought he was God or something. So he was like, it had changed, to red for me. So I just waited. I was like happy enough to wait. I don't want priority or anything. And this 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 guy just comes and he's like, I don't know, about 60-ish, I think. And he's like telling all the traffic, it's not like traffic one or anything. He's telling all the traffic to wait and like making them stop and like saying to me, come across. And I was like, no, it's like, it's red, it's fine. And he goes, no, right. And he was telling them all to wait. And then this one guy beeps at him in the car who's just young, you know, and so he gets smacked on the head on the guy's bonnet.
Starts a fight.
Like, yo, bloody just I don't know how to play Xbox. Bugger off. Get like this, you know. And I'm get like, oh my god, I felt so bad.
I didn't even want to cross the road.
I just go back, shall I? I just want to cause a problem. I'm happy to wait. Anyway, I still waited, but like, yeah, it was rather weird. So yeah, that was great fun. Thank you so much, Carla.
I think I need blood pressure medication now, and I'm sorry for anyone who I've given a headache to. I've given myself a slight headache, if it's any consolation.
Nah, that was all good, and I love a Carla rant. It's like
I'm known for a rant, but I don't normally rant about so many things in such a short space of time.
Yeah, but it was the best thing.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. I love a Carla rant. So
I think I was fairly successful. Well, I still think I should get all of my celebrities in the bin.
I mean, I understand the point of that, but we'll put them next to the bin and hope the bin man will take them.
If you were the bin man and Piers Morgan was sitting there, would you take him?
Well, wasn't he the one who went in?
I think he went in anyway. Yeah. In fairness, the bin men probably would pick up the Kardashians.
Yeah.
You can come in with me, love.
Yeah, you can take them home and keep them safe.
Look after you.
Yeah. Drop Jimmy off somewhere. But I'll have to see him.
Stu Bad Wolf, have a proper drink before bed. I love you. I don't want a proper drink. I don't want a
Yeah. But yes, thank you so much, Carla. That was great fun. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Oh, you're so welcome.
Whether I'll sleep tonight or whether it'll all just carry on going around in my head now, I don't know.
My God, you're going to have dreams about people on catwalks in God knows what outfits with sliders on, coming down the catwalk eating celery. You know?
Martin says I'm a cyclist, but I still enjoyed it. I did specify not all cyclists, just the arseholes.
Yeah, just the arseholes, not the proper people who treat it well and wear all the right gear and look the part.
Right.
But yeah, as I said, thank you very much to everyone for taking part. I will be back again next week on the next Banish bin. On that one, we have Chris from Cookie and Hayden's, and then I have got a list of other people that to go on. But thank you very much, everyone. Thank you again, Carla, and we will see you next week. If anyone else wants to take part in this, you don't have to be on video as well. Just so you know, you can do it just voice only. I don't mind. Just get.
You never told me that. I could have just blanked my face out, and then I wouldn't have sat and gone.
We like seeing your face though. So not that I'm not saying that the other people who don't.
Go on, carry on digging, Lainey. Carry on digging. Do you want another spade? Are you all right with that one?
Yeah, I'm all right with this one. Thanks. I'm doing pretty well. I just meant it in that some people are fear of that, don't they? Yeah, exactly, Susan. We love your face, Carla.
Thank you, Susan.
Right, good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.